Hello, everyone, and welcome to Let's Talk Games. Mike Straw here. We have a kind of a big show, short, about a half hour, but a lot of things to get to. We have NHL 24 was revealed. We have NHL 24 revealed. We have to talk about Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3, a lot of stuff coming out. The Starfield preload date has been announced. And then I know there's a lot of people here. What I'm hearing with NASCAR. We're going to get into all that and more throughout this next little bit here as we get people coming in. So first things first, we're going to talk NHL 24. The game was revealed today. Everybody knew it was coming. A 5-minute reveal trailer came on Thursday or Wednesday morning. It's Wednesday. It's not Thursday. Came this morning, and we got a lot of new things. As expected, as I alluded to on Twitter not too long ago, this year's game is heavily focused on gameplay. The World of Chell, Ultimate Team, and gameplay. Gameplay got massive overhauls in the form of passing, in the form of physics with hitting, goaltenders, and an exhaustion system that if you put more pressure on players on a defense, you will open up your opportunities to score more, right? You'll get a lot more chances. You'll be more punishing. It forces defenses to not just sit back and wait for the puck. It will force defenses to play more aggressive. So, if you see me look away, I'm currently talking with a couple people about this NASCAR story. So that is why on that front. But NHL 24, from everything I've been shown so far from people who have played the game, everything I've heard from people who have played the game, I'm willing to put money that this will be the most show version of NHL since NHL 14. NHL 14 was the last to have online franchise. There is no GM connected or online franchise this year. There's also no PC version. However, in what we have in big news, we have full cross play in the World of Chell. And where that's big is in the EASHL. So not only is the World of Chell 3s and stuff like that are the ones going to allow you, and Ultimate Team allow you to play cross-play with people, same generation, Xbox or PlayStation, but that expands to EASL, which makes me really happy. And it makes a lot of people happy who are wondering. Now, just because your friend has an Xbox Series X and you have a PlayStation 5, or you have a PS4 and they have an Xbox One, doesn't mean you can't play in the World of Chell and EASHL together. You will now be able to face teams from other systems. You will be able to have teammates from other systems. So your friend on Xbox can join your club on PlayStation and vice versa, which is huge for people that maybe bounce between console types and things like that. So NHL 24, big deal, launches October 6th. So they're sticking with their October release date, which I like. I didn't like when it came out in September. I like having that October window for them alongside the start of the NHL season, because the NHL season starts around that time. October 11th, I believe, is the opening night, or the official opening night of the season. So that's what we're looking at with NHL. I'm excited. If you haven't seen any of the screenshots yet of the game, we'll get those up here and show you, because I absolutely am in love with what they look like, and they're a lot different than what they were in NHL 23. I don't have a comparison. Maybe I'll throw comparison stuff up. But when you look at how Cal McCarr looks in this game compared to how he looks in NHL 23, it's night and day. They did a lot to the lighting and the presentation and the overhaul. Goalie scrambles in front of the net, puck scrambles are going to be more. There also are better controls for players who like to play human goalie like me in drop-ins, ESHL, be a pro, whatever it may be. So I'm excited to get my hands on that. Being able to hit people into the bench again, going to be incredibly fun. And it's just, I'm excited. Usually I have this cautious optimism about games. I am thoroughly, thoroughly excited about it. So I want to know your thoughts on NHL 24. What are you guys thinking on what you're seeing from EA? And don't forget, on Friday is the official launch. You can play it in EA Play right now, but on Friday is the official launch of Madden 24. So that's something to keep an eye on, how that game performs. We know it's going to be a bestseller of the month of August. It always is. But how does it respond to the masses of the game, of the community, of the Madden community? Uh, we'll see. So far, the feedback has been more positive than not, but we'll see, especially with Superstar mode returning. NHL doesn't have any major modes re-debuting or getting overhauled. It's just improvement on what's already there. So that's going to be the big difference between those two. What's going on, AP? If you guys aren't, make sure you are following the weekly rack. But he is Albert Perkins. He is the host of the Insider Today every single day on YouTube, one of our YouTube short show, getting you caught up on all the latest news you need to know from Insider Gaming every single day. And you can get all of your news, remember, at insider-gaming.com. You got to have that hyphen in there. Helps us stand out. Insidergaming.com and twitter.com or X, whatever you go to. Twitter.com/insidergaming IG. So we have also working on graphics for this. We're trying to figure out the best time and things like that for Let's Talk Games, for the weekly Let's Talk Games. Maybe a midweek, midday show, maybe Friday nights. Friday nights did well. We'll see. So let me know in the comments what you guys are thinking. Make sure you leave in those comments. Make sure you're leaving those thumbs up and likes, because that tells us it helps us gauge where things currently stand. Now, the NASCAR news, I know there's a lot of people here waiting for that. That will come soon. I have one message out right now on my screen that I'm waiting. Just to clarify, I can go with what I'm going with. I've heard it from multiple people. And it's like I said, it could change the landscape of the future of NASCAR gaming. Starfield is now it's now gold. Bethesda has confirmed Starfield is gold. So what does that mean? That means you can preload the game on your Xbox starting tomorrow, August 17th, and on PC via Steam, August 30th. So you can preload it, get it ready for when you get it, whether you have a premium edition that gets you early access up to 5 days starting September 1st, or you just have the standard edition, you're preloading it to get ready for that September 6th launch. So now you can do that. Full story at insider-gaming.com. All of the stories we talk about today will be in the description. I'll throw them in after the show in our YouTube description. But again, insider-gaming.com. The big news out of the gaming world that came out today all has to do with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. A lot of things came out, and I think it might just be best if we go through and we talk about what has been shown. So let's get that set up. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 Apparently, we lost sound. Hopefully, it's back. If it's back, let me know. If it's not, we'll get that sorted out. But I'm pretty sure we should be back. If we're not, let me know. We're going to get that sorted out. Because the last thing, we are back. Awesome. So we have that coming up for Modern Warfare 3, but we also got confirmation. Not one, not two, not three, all of the maps from Modern Warfare 2 will seemingly be in Modern Warfare 3. That means Rust, which is one of my favorite maps for close combat and knife game. Terminal, my all-time favorite map from that game, and a very controversial map from a certain mission in Modern Warfare 2. So we have all of these new maps, or all of these old maps coming, along with the carryover of maps from Modern Warfare 2 right now. Weapons, classes, all of these things are back. OKP Entertainment, thank you. Yeah, it was my birthday yesterday. It was a good day. I got this shirt from my kids and my wife, Jack Skellington, because it's bald like daddy. You know, that kind of fun stuff. But I'm a beautiful bald man with a beautiful beard. I'm just saying. Beautiful all around me. So, back to Modern Warfare 3. Not only did we get confirmation of all these old maps, right? We also got confirmation of Call of Duty Modern Warfare Zombies coming with Modern Warfare 3. It took a year off for Modern Warfare 2. It was in Vanguard, but now it will be back. We will have full details. It came out because if you text that number, that marketing number that they were trying to do, it was a case of you would text the number zombies and you'd get a sound, a 9-second audio file that you can hear if you go to insider-gaming.com. You can hear what it was, which was the sound of zombies from the game, basically confirming that the game mode will be returning. So we got confirmation from Activision after that started to go live, after the audio became public. And they said, quote, "Did somebody say zombies? More information is coming soon on the new Modern Warfare Zombies, the quote, largest zombies offering to date." So it'll be interesting to see what that actually means. What kind of Easter eggs, what kind of perks, what kind of weapons, what kind of anything, what we're going to get. Is it going to play more like the original and old school zombies, or is it going to be more like the new modern over the top zombies that people are 50-50 on? So we have that coming. The reveal event is tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Pacific time. That is going to be a big deal in Warzone, a full reveal of Modern Warfare 3. We'll have obviously full coverage on Insider Gaming as the reveal happens. So now the reason you guys are all here. NASCAR video games. What is going on? Now I've talked to 5 different sources about this. I've reached out to both NASCAR itself and multiple people at Motorsport Games. I've exhausted every source that I have in order to get the information that I need. What I'm being told is that the landscape of NASCAR video games is changing. And I know people are leaving questions, and I'll get to questions shortly. I'll do at the end of these. I'll do Q&As. I'm still trying to figure out the format when I'm doing them solo. We'll obviously have guests for future episodes and things like that of Let's Talk Games. But this is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that NASCAR is being set to announce that that there will be other NASCAR games in development. Now, I can't confirm. I do not know. I'm hearing some studios, but I can't confirm any of them. No one has said yes or no to the specific studios when asked about who will be making NASCAR games. But the NASCAR exclusivity license between NASCAR and Motorsport Games is all but dead. There were, I was hearing rumors of a sale of motorsport games or a buyout of majority shares of motorsport games, but I haven't been able to confirm who would have bought them out or where things are going with that. All I do know is that there won't be an exclusive license between NASCAR and motorsport games moving forward. That is going to be ending solely because of the state of motorsport games and their NASCAR games and the lack of games. It's been an issue with internal morale. Now, I will say the internal morale since Stephen Hood has taken over as CEO from Dmitry Kosko has been immensely better. Immensely better from everyone I've talked to who continues to work with motorsport games in some capacity. It seems that Stephen Hood since he has come aboard, has made it known he wanted to get the company on the right track. The IndyCar game is still moving right along. Those I've talked to who have played it and are playing it, new UI has been implemented in the game. There are bug fixes, like the game is playable. They have been able to get on the track and play it. That is moving right along, but that is the only game that I know for a fact is moving just right along in active development. And I believe that is a game being developed by the Australian studio at Motorsport Games. I could be wrong, but I do believe that that's the case with that. Whereas the NASCAR front, there's nothing happening. There is absolute dead silence on the NASCAR front. I have reached out, and that's the thing. Usually, if there's nothing to it, I'll get a response from NASCAR Motorsport Games telling me, no, that's not true, all this, whatever. With this, everything has been silent. Even the same sources, the same people who work there that I have gotten comment from multiple times for stories at Insider Gaming, various spokespeople for Motorsport Games are being extremely quiet about what is going on. We are a month and a half. There is that September 30th date that everybody keeps throwing around in the community. That's a big date. Legally, I cannot talk about why it's a big date, but that will be a big date. After that date, more of the state of NASCAR gaming will be known. I'm not saying it's going to be October 1st, but it's going to be, especially because October 1st is a Sunday, but it's definitely going to be a big day for the state of NASCAR gaming. After that time, more information will be known. But what I do know now is that I'm with confidence can say that the exclusivity between NASCAR and Motorsport Games is coming to an end. Whether that means someone bought out the contract or someone is buying out majority shares of Motorsport Games, I'm not sure yet. Still working on that. But I've been talking to enough people that I know the landscape of NASCAR gaming is changing. And that's where we're at on that. At this point, I still have messages out. I'm still waiting for these messages. So any questions, I'm going to open it. We have a Q&A here for the remaining of this Let's Talk Games here, this half hour weekly dive into the gaming. As we know, what you want to see, this is my question to you guys watching and listening. What do you want to see from Let's Talk Games moving forward? Do you want interviews? This isn't going to be a podcast. This is a basically news recap show, and we'll talk about it. Do you want guests? Do you want a co-host? I'm sure AP, A to the P, will join. Albert Perkins, again, host of Insider Today here on YouTube. So let me know what you want to see. Again, I'm going to get graphics made and things like that, and we're going to set on a date, a time for weekly shows. Tad Hugo, BTCC. I'm still under the belief that that game is not coming. I've been under the belief that it isn't coming for over a year now at this point, and we haven't heard a thing about it. So I still don't think that game is coming. If it does, I'll be surprised because not a single play tester at Motorsport Games, and I talked to a good chunk of them, a good chunk I've talked to, have even seen the game. So I doubt that's coming. So we are working on that. So we'll see. We'll see if they're working on that. It seems like the only game really making any progress at that company is the IndyCar game. And that is still internally, they're saying they're still of the belief it'll come out next year. I'd like to say I'd see it by Daytona 500 or not Daytona, Indy 500 next year. But we'll find out. We'll see. Do we have any more questions? Also, help us get to 1,000 subs on YouTube. Our first 1,000 is always the hardest, and once there, it's up and up. We got a lot of plans for more video content, podcasts, video casts. Hopefully, more information coming soon for everyone in insider gaming, in the world of insider gaming. We are growing every day, great content every day, exclusives. I'm working on I'm working on a nice feature story on AI and game design and development and where that states and the ethics and morals behind it, and does it help or hurt the industry. Also working on a nice feature of Lightyear Frontier. Nice feature story, a preview for that game that should be going up around Gamescom next week. And with Gamescom, we will have full coverage of every announcement that happens next week at Gamescom and the following weekend at PAX West. There is plenty coming up. Make sure you are following us. Twitter.com/Insider Gaming IG or X, whatever you want to call it, and at insider-gaming.com. If there is no other questions, until next time, thank you all for tuning in. This has been Let's Talk Games. You want them longer? Get your questions in. That is the easiest. Bailey Burr, real quick before we go, prediction for who the developer be with new NASCAR. I would love to see Codemaster, and Formula One fans will complain about Codemasters a lot. But I would love to see Codemasters get that license. I know they're with EA now, but Codemasters knows how to make racing games, and they know how to make accessible racing games to everyone. And that's my favorite part of the Formula One series. Yeah, there's the microtransactions and the F1 world that we saw come in when EA took over, but that was only a matter of time. There's still so much outside of it. I would love Codemasters. I love the people there. Lee Mather is one of the best in the business. I would love Codemasters to get that license. Reality, there's something that says to me iRacing is going to do something NASCAR licensed related, especially now that they're doing this career mode in iRacing. We'll see what becomes of it, but I think they're going to do something with NASCAR licensed somewhere. And then you got things like Roblox and stuff like that. That's a big thing. The biggest thing that NASCAR wants is more competition in the market. And I think that'll happen. And that's only good for fans. So that's where we're at. Until next time, everyone, thank you for watching. Take care of one another. Be kind to one another. I'm out.